Do you still feel the acting bug that you had when you were 20, 25?
Yeah, well, different. I'm going to feel it for a while till they wipe the drool. They haven't wiped it yet. So, but yeah, I do, and I like, you know, I just directed a film that I wrote. Small budget, very small. So I still am enamored with the business. Until I quit, I try to do my best. So I still do like it, yeah, a lot.
So what, at this stage in your career, though, what are you looking for? What still can turn you on to make
Well,
you
you
want
know,
to do a
you
part?
can plan things if you have a company, which I don't have now, but you can plan things and for the future. But then as you're planning them, something might come from around the corner that's better than what you're planning as a surprise. So then you go with that. So there's always a surprise around the corner. You know, this was a surprise, you know, to do the judge. You know, I didn't know that it came to me about 1.5 years ago, and at first I turned it down because it's very negative. But then my agent, Nigel, said, you should do this, and I talked it over with my wife, and he said, when you do this, you're going to really have to commit. It's a kind of a complex thing with a lot of challenges. So once I jumped in, then I had to really jump in, full-fledged.
It's daunting in a way because you're playing a very proud man who's had a great legal career as a judge, and then you're facing the debilitations of old age, both mentally through
and
memory loss and also
illness that he's
physically.
hiding, plus the cancer and everything, yeah.
So what was that to, like, how was that to grapple with?
Well, you just had to get in and do it. You know, it all begins with and ends with talking and listening. I talk, you listen. You talk, I listen. And it goes from there. From me, Bob Duvall, as an actor doing that, and that's the journey in an individual scene where that will take you. Rather than going for the result, you let the process take you to the result, even if you end up with 0. So that's what it is, you know. I once worked with a director and one of the old school guys who said, when I say action, tense up, God damn it. He said that to an actor. I mean, could you imagine saying that to Joe Montana in the Super Bowl? You know, you don't. There's a difference between intensity and tenseness. So I think that.
Is this director still working? I don't know.
No, he died.
Okay.
Well, he was a nice man, but it was a bit of that old school thing. That if you look down, cut, what are you looking at? You know, I mean, you had to be like a proscenium more in the old days. Everybody lauds the old films. Some of them were good, but some of them were not so good. So I think the modern day guys, the best of the modern day guys are better than ever. And I think the young actors are better than ever, worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide.